In Hollywood, when a movie succeeds, it often leads to a sequel. What's rare is when a small independent movie that didn't do much at the box office generates a sequel.
That is what has happened with a little-known film called Driven, which was released in 1996. It now has a sequel, and one of its stars is an actor who lives in South Portland.
Driven was a film about cab drivers in Los Angeles, written and directed by former taxi driver Michael Shube. One of the picture's stars was Whip Hubley, who played Jason Schuyler, a brooding cabbie with a watchful eye on the world around him.
Good evening.
Take me up to Sunset Boulevard, please.
So how was your day?
Awful. I haven't had a good day in 14 years.
Any chance of improvement?
After 3 decades, Driven was all but forgotten. And then
I got a text 2 Christmases ago, the day after Christmas, saying, "Whip, it's Michael. Give me a call. I want to talk to you about a film." This text came in, and I called him, and he said, "I want to bring Jason Schuyler back. How do you feel about doing a sequel?"
Hubley had good memories of Driven.
That was a really fun role to play, really strong independent film that was kind of something that we all wanted to do.
Then the longest of long shots came through. They actually made a sequel to Driven called Road to Everywhere, again starring Whip Hubley as Jason Schuyler, still driving a cab.
What do you do when you can't relate to anyone and no one can relate to you?
Drive a cab.
Who knew there were still old-fashioned cabs out there? What is this, some kind of sideline for codgers? Just round up the old guys and toss them into these dang cabs?
So just to be clear, 3 decades almost have gone by since Driven had been released, and out of the blue you get this text saying, "Hey, how'd you like to make another movie with you playing the same character, but 30 years later?"
It's kind of a dream come true. I saved the text, and I've got a little printout of it on my bulletin board because, that's just the kind of magical moment that doesn't happen to you a lot as an actor.
Hubley has touched a little magic before. He played the fighter pilot Hollywood in the original Top Gun, which we talked about with him in 2022. In this scene, he's the guy with the blue helmet.
Want another one?
Road to Everywhere is a long way from Top Gun, a small, heartfelt indie film, sort of a cross between a road movie and a buddy movie.
I got something that might intrigue you. I'm gonna go see my grandson compete in a rodeo.
Where is it?
The Navajo Nation. You're gonna drive me there, sir.
Not gonna happen.
$5,000.
The first movie was filmed in color, not so with the sequel.
What's with this menu? Is it written in Navajo?
What is wrong with you?
This present-day movie is shot in black and white, and what we're doing is doing flashbacks in color. So it's kind of a flip on what you would expect a little bit, although I think it makes sense because, I think we romanticize our memories, and very often something that that happened a certain way, we have just completely colorized for ourselves.
Road to Everywhere gave Whip Hubley what every actor craves, a really good role.
You picked the wrong guy. I can't help anybody. I can't even help myself. Together we're twice as bad.
Thought it was kind of inspired.
I'm really happy with the chemistry that Robert Mirabal, who is my co-star, and I have.
Hey.
Who's that? It's my daughter. Don't stop, keep moving.
Oh, wait a second.
Take me home now, please.
Get out of the car!
I'm not gonna run over your daughter.
Robert is a Taos Pueblo Indian who was just fantastic to work with. He taught me so much about his culture and brought so much of that into our story.
It sounds as though this was just kind of a gift from the heavens that fell into your lap, and as we've said, the kind that almost never happens to an actor.
You know, I had this one moment with Diane de last show when we were doing our scenes, and she's now completely removed, for the most part, from the business. I believe she lives up in Santa Barbara. And there was this one moment in between takes. I remember being in the room of the house we were working in, and just, you know, both of us had that moment where we said to each other, you know, if nothing comes out of this film, if we never see this anywhere, just having this moment is what it's all about.
Man.
Hollywood does underdog movies really well, but that is underdog in real life.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts. I love that he saved the text message.
Yes.
I think that is so sweet.
Yeah.
I love this idea of flip-flopping, the black and white and the color. What an interesting way to look at it.
It's, I think, an inspired idea that the movie from 30 years back is the one in color.
Yes.
And the contemporary one is black and white.
Yes.
And I love his line about how we tend to colorize our memories.
Exactly. It's good stuff.
If you would like to see this movie, Road to Everywhere, starring Whip Hubley, it is being screened at 5:30 on July 17th at the Portland Museum of Art.
Whip will be there and we'll do a Q&A. Tickets are $10 and benefit the nonprofit arts organization Creative Portland.
And one other thing, if you'd like to see Whip on stage, keep an eye out. He's done a lot of theater work in Greater Portland, Mad Horse Theater, Portland Stage. He's a big fan of acting in live theater.
That would be a delight to see.